approach and all I want.
Okay, so there are different kind of the panels when they are taking interviews. So the
Mhm.
first is the panel how it will be like generally. Okay, some it is depends on the panel again. So first they will be go to basic level.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
so
for me,
basic
like,
level. Yeah, first they will go with the basic level, and the second one they will be go with the business process level. Okay, then they will be going with the scenarios. Okay, they will ask some scenarios that is possible or not possible. That they will be asked. Then if we- if we- if the scenarios also you're covered, then they will be going that enhancements and some kind of technical related technical information they will ask. So the levels how it will be like. If I just to go with the basic level, the first one is whether you are able to cover the basic level. Okay, the person, because some panels they don't want to spend more time. Okay,
yeah,
if suppose they are planned at 1 hour they plan, but what will be happen at the basic level only they will understood that okay if you are the workable or not workable, at least the basic level if you are covering that, then they will be go with the business process. Okay, so so how it will be happen if it is basic level? Let's say example. Okay, so what is the material type? How the material types will be controlled, and what is the vendor account group, and how it is controlling, and what is the transaction code for the purchase orders, and okay, purchase orders. How you can differentiate with contract, and how the basic level information they will ask. Okay, if you are able to cover the basic level, then they will be go one more step, and they will start asking about the business process, like okay, did you work on what kind of the process, what kind of the business process your client is following that. Okay, okay, what is the major process it is following, and how you support it to your client. So that and all they will ask. If that is also covered, then they will be going a little bit what he faced the issues, like maybe subcontracting. In case subcontracting, they'll say that okay, vendor is supplying the goods, and I'm supplying to the vendor, and vendor will be supplying directly to the customer. So like there will be are some scenarios. If this is also you're perfect and you are able to answer, then they will be go with sometimes what will be happen. It will both. It will be like scenario and enhancement. Then they will be go with that. Okay, whether what level you have tables and understanding the BAPI, BADI, and enhancements. Then they will be go that step. So how it will be like if it is see, basic level, they will be covered like 10 to 15 minutes. Okay. See, out of this 10 to 15 minutes, if you are able to answer that perfectly, then they will start and they will be asking another questions on the business process under 10 minutes. Okay. Then they will be start like 5 minutes on this one, and 10 minutes on the 10 to 15 minutes on the this question. Okay. So it depends. See, if you're not able to answer the basic level, then they will be close the call within 20 minutes. Okay, so you can understand that if it is closed within the 10 to 15 minutes or 20 minutes, that means it is not happened properly or it is not well. Okay, okay. If it is going under 10 minutes and 5 minutes and 15 minutes, they are okay. If we around it is going more than 30 minutes or more than 40 minutes. Okay, generally 30 to 40 minutes if it is going, then it looks good. Okay, it's we can assume that okay, it looks good. They are okay. They are happy with that. Okay, if it is going more than that 50 minutes around, then it might be very good. Okay, so and it is not necessary everyone is following the same. I'm just giving the example. Some people what they will do, they will be directly jumping to the these technical and arrangements and scenarios, and they will be concluded okay, this person is not suitable. 10 to within the 10 minutes, 5 minutes, because they don't want to spend more time. They're just looking into that high level experts, and they will be like 10 minutes, 50 minutes. They are just attend, just asking 2 to 3 questions, and if it is possible, then they will be go a little bit deep under 10 to 15 minutes, and they will be closed. Okay, so so generally the panel will go like this one. Okay, it's again panel to panel. I'm not saying that everyone should follow the same procedure, but depend. Most of that it is okay. when the interview is completed, first they will ask how long they are taking your interview. If it is 40 minutes or 50 minutes or if it is happening, then it's very, very good. Okay, that means they are thinking to take your profile. Okay. And if it is happen only 10 minutes and 5 minutes, within 5 minutes they have closed the call and I just answered all these things, maybe that person is not happy with your answers. I'm just giving the example. Okay. So again, it will be again, okay, maybe if the panel is expecting 2 to 3 questions, if you are answered that 2 to 3 questions and he is happy to that, maybe he can cover, he can, okay, take it up there. Sometimes, even if it is 10 to 15 minutes also, sometimes what will happen, he's very good, he's okay when he's asking high level questions and you are answering that. Okay. So I'm saying that panel to panel, that is the mentality is different and the way of the handling and assessment, what it is done, that is different. Evaluation and all, it is different. Okay, clear? Hope that was your answer. That was your question, right?
Like what are the main points like that I like explain. This is also fine, na? But like if they're asking now, what are the main points we have to? They will be this point is important like that. It will be there, no? Some points in concept.
That's what, right? So it's not intermediate or degree exams, right? So everything it is depends panel. So they can ask like okay, different process. Like suppose I'm expecting this is not very important. Okay, I'm just thinking that it is not very important too, because as per my clients as of now which I worked on, that process is not important. I'm not thinking that is very important to look into that. But from the panel point of view, he might be his clients, they are using this process. They especially they want to be looking into that process. So we cannot justify that what questions it will be important, what questions it won't be important. Okay. So because it's not standard. Okay. But yeah, but uh few of the process like they are majorly looking into that, because most of the clients they are using stock transporters, most of the clients they are using subcontracting job work, and most of the clients they are using services like different process. Okay, if they are assuming that that is the process their clients are using, and that is the what we want to look into that. That's again, you can cover that. Okay. Okay. So again, if you see that my videos every time, okay, if you maybe you can see the latest videos, or if maybe the previous videos also, you can see each and every process level when I'm just discussing. I'm also pointing that okay, this is very important, this is very important, and just mention that point. Okay, where I just to go 2 to 3 times and repeat it. That is very important. Huh? So you, you can see that maybe you can listen to videos also. Maybe you can see that it will be that one. But again, business to process to process, again a few questions like we just expecting that question, because if everyone they are expect they knows that what the client is, what the panel is asking, then everyone will get the job, right? So it depends again. That again the situation like the panel is very happy or it is he is in the other mode, that is also very important sometimes. If he is in the thinking in a different way and thinking in a different mindset, then those cases also it will be impacting to the employees who are maybe they are planning to attend the call. Huh? So it depends again. Okay, some depends on the person who he whether he impressed on that or whether he is not impressed. Based on that it will be there. Okay, so if you're just looking into that process wise the queries and process wise question, okay, I think it will be take little bit time, because 1 hour, 1 hour, 2 hours it will take. Okay, so do you want like in that level, or you want you're expecting something else?
No, like I'm not particularly saying like important concepts. Like
Uh,
I'm saying like for this concept, what will be the main point? So if you are saying that it will go like that, I must not like important questions kinda. Generally, I'm asking for this concept
eh,
in a
so
concept.
one thing, every client, okay, if suppose I'm the oil industry, in my
Mm-hmm.
oil industry, pipeline is very important. If I am
Mm-hmm.
the farmer, batch management is very important to me. If it
Mm-hmm.
is I'm the garments company, then I need the grid level evaluation, how it will be happen. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If it is I'm the maybe pharma related and there, then how you're handling the stocks and all, it is very important. So it depends on the industry also, what industry they are and they are, what they are looking into that exactly. So every process is very important for every business. Okay, because if I'm my business, like if I'm running the business, it is my role is my company is majorly using a stock transporter, so then I can concentrate on the stock transporter. Okay, and if someone is like electronic goods they are selling and those people are using consignment process, they will majorly concentrating on the consignment, how it works and how it will be go furtherly like that. Okay. So again, depends on the industry and depends on the client, what he worked on and what he looking the person for the which industry, then that depends on that. Okay. So I cannot say that this is the area very important, this is the area very important. So but I can just give you the one brief overview. Okay. So integration point of view, okay, MMFI integration, MMSD integration is these two are the very important.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So because most of the clients they are using the interest reverse, and most of the every client having that this FIMM integration to represent this data to populate this data to a finance level. So these two are the very important. Again, production planning and MM integration, whether it is important or not important, depends on the whether their client having the production or not. Again, because if my client don't have the PP module, and if you think that PPMM integration very important, then he will not be asked any question on this one, because he don't need that concept, because that process they never using in that their client, because that is maybe that is a entirely trading process, it is not using production process. Okay, so don't justify that. Okay, always they will be asked this type of questions and all.
No, no questions. I'm not
No, no, not
expecting. Just
question as well.
basic
Even
concept.
process wise also, you just not, don't need to be expect on this one. Okay.
For me, like they have asked me pricing because I have explained normally, but still
Uh,
they have asked like importing pricing and like within inside like within plant like that within India or outside of the India, how you will justify, how you will trigger it is pricing so like that they have asked specifically.
okay. Uh-huh. Okay. So I think import pricing procedure. If I just say that custom duties and that, again you must be aware about the domain process also. See,
Mhm.
because domain level, if you see that domestic, if it is internally like within the my state and within the my country, so the procedure like they have only GST, central tax and state tax and all. Okay, but when it is going to the outside of the country, okay, you are paying customs duties to the maybe where they are getting the stock, because customs, when the customs people they are charging, they are levied on the cost on the product what you are receiving from the outside, right? So even the customs department also, it is in the our border only. They are in the our airports and they are in the our borders and border and wherever they are staying at. But again, it is customs you need to pay, because you are paying, you are getting the stock from the other country to your country. Hana?
Yeah.
So that procedure is the common. So first of all, you need to be understand that what is the procedure for that. Not in SAP point of view, domain procedure you must be understand. So did you answer that or not?
No, I tried, but I have explained where it will be. Like you particularly asked how it triggers like that. He asked
How means what exactly?
that pricing procedure allowed for outside of the India or where it triggers like that. He asked me.
That normal pricing procedure you can say, right?
I
Price.
have after explanation only. I have said like normal pricing procedure conditions and all. I have said that. Then only he asked me like where it triggers like outside of the
So did
country.
you check that schema group and do you explain that?
Yeah. Those things
Okay.
I have explained. Then still particularly asked, this is like might related to them, I think so. So he asked particularly this where you will get like the dates that it right, but exactly I didn't.
So did you remember that what exactly question it is? Because pricing whether import or whether it is import or it is a domestic, it
Uh,
depends on the schema group only. Whether what schema group you are assigned in the vendor master regard. If it is a assigned domestic related pricing procedure to that schema group, that will be work. Or import pricing related schema group if it is assigned, that will be work. So first of all, it is the domestic or import, whatever it may be, the pricing procedure will be picking based on the schema group assignments. Okay, so what exactly the question is that they're asking about that to differentiate the import PO and domestic PO procedures, or
yeah, like that only. Yeah, like how you will differentiate, like how you will notice like that. Yeah, so
Mhm.
pricing procedure. Like,
Okay, okay, okay. So other than that,
that question, like he want like more experience only, but he try like after experience, he asked all these questions, like particular questions he asked.
uh,
Yeah.
okay. So the import procedure, what will be happening for import pricing procedure? What will be happen? You'll be having the customs duty related all maybe CVD and customs clearance account, CVD account. So those will be there especially. And if it is a and there is a zero tax for import pricing procedure. Okay, there is no internal tax. If it is abroad, if you are buying the products from the outside, that outside of the country, you don't need to be pay anything internally with tax like CGST or GST and all. You don't need to be pay because you already paying to the custom duties, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, you must be say that it is zero tax. Okay, so how it will be like import versus domestic. Okay, so import pricing procedure, import PO always would be zero tax code. Okay, so it is a zero tax code. If it is domestic, again it depends on the your PO and the items and all depends on that. This is a valid tax code. Okay, valuable tax code will be applied. Okay, because what is the difference here? The zero tax code is the tax value will be zero. Okay, so you don't need to be pay any amount on the tax because it is like maybe GST or it is maybe okay central GST or whatever it may be, state GST and all whatever it may be, that will be zero. And here you are applying that depends on the procedure and depends on the vendor whether the CGST which is required and okay and what it is required, what it is required, or it is okay state GST which is required, central GST required. That is it will be applied here. Okay, that is one thing. And then you can ask that where you are maintaining the amount on the customs duties and all. So you are maintaining the pricing condition types. Okay, pricing condition types. In the pricing condition type, along with your normal basic price and discount surcharges and other than this one, you also be having that customs related custom related uh, pricing conditions. Okay, so here you are maintaining that the price, the value of customs, how much you are planning to pay, and okay send that okay CVD account and those everything which is maintaining the values. So I'm not maintaining at the tax level. Generally we are maintaining tax level. all which is tax related information. But here in this case, we are not maintaining at tax level, we are maintaining directly at the pricing procedure. Okay, so PB00, PBXX and FRE1 like that, we also have the customs related tax code, custom related pricing condition types. Okay, so that is one thing. Is it clear here?
Yeah.
And one more thing is import PO. Okay, you will be have the two vendors. Okay, one vendor is the abroad vendor, you are like import vendor. Okay, then and custom vendor. Okay, so this custom department also you're creating as a vendor. Custom, whoever you are paying, planning to pay that amount, that also you're paying to the custom vendor. So these custom condition types, pricing conditions. Okay, what are the pricing condition types are there? Okay, you will be maintaining that these account, customs vendor account you are maintaining to pay the customs. Okay, to pay the customs. That means the main PB00 will be it will be go to the main vendor, that is the like import vendor. Okay, and the customs related like JBD or it may be whatever the condition type is like customs related pricing conditions. Okay, that will be maintaining like the custom vendor. Okay, how you will be maintaining this one? Okay, how we can maintain two vendors? So if you go to condition like, if you remember that for FRA1 and FRB1, I just said that okay, you can change the vendor also for freight vendor. Okay, it is not necessary you need to be pay for the domestic vendor. You need to be, you can also pay separately that amount to the separate vendor, right? So in that case, what you will do? I'll just open the system. Okay, so if you go to ME23N or something condition type, okay, so some conditions types we can maintain the vendor separately. Okay, if you go to any of the condition type here, if I will just maintain the FRE1 or something, I maintain FRE1 or condition type, FRE1 is granted no delivery cost. I'll just copy this one and here. Okay, so if I just maintain the freight, let's see if it is the FRE1. Okay, so if I just planning to, I don't want to pay this freight to the this vendor. So whoever my main vendor, I don't want to pay this freight value to the main vendor. So what I can do, I'll just select this one. Okay, and go to details and click on the details here. Select this and click on details here. So here you can change that who is the my freight vendor. Okay. So then what will be happen? This freight will go only to this vendor. This freight amount will go to this vendor. You can see this I maintain. This I maintain for 100 vendor. Okay. So when I'm just planning to pay the amount to the freight amount, when I'm just planning to pay the freight vendor amount, freight clearing amount, that will go to the this vendor, which whoever you are maintaining here. Okay. Other details, other pricing conditions and the basic and impact net price and all, it will go to the this vendor only, 15 vendor, but only freight value will be go to what you selected inside the vendor. So the same way in the import also, okay, if you are giving that custom related condition type, okay, that custom conditions you can maintain that who is the custom vendor. Okay, so who are the custom vendors that you are maintaining. Clear? Okay, so you can see here this is one customs and customs value, customs quantity. Like okay, depends on the procedure. Again, you can maintain that procedure. Okay, and you can see if I go to procedure, pricing procedure. Then if I go to any import pricing procedure, let's see if I have anyone who maintain the import pricing procedure. So this is the import pricing procedure. Let's see. Okay, it's not maintained. Okay. Okay, this will go. Import. So let's see this is import. See here, if I just go here, if you can see the customs, insurance, right, okay, all custom exemptions, custom rate preference, all the auto temping. So there are so many custom duties related information, all these things it is there. Okay, so the pricing procedure will be different for the domestic and import pricing procedure. Okay, so in this case, we can use the import pricing procedure that having the pricing elements and pricing conditions, and you are maintaining the custom vendor. Clear?
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay, you can see here basic. You can see this is the pricing procedure. So the basic gross price it is there. Discount is there. This is common. Even domestic pricing procedure, import pricing procedure, it is common. But here, if you see that there is a custom landing charges, basic customs, CVT account, and second education sales, customs education sales. So these are additional custom duties. All these things, it will be applied. Okay, and when you are maintaining the import vendor. So again, this pricing procedure, how to pick and all, again it will be based on the schema group definition. You are defining your schema group for purchasing organization and schema group for vendor. This combination you are maintaining. So you are you have the separate purchasing organization for the import vendor, and you have the separate separate purchasing organization for domestic. Then you can differentiate like schema group level. You can differentiate this is for the import and that is for domestic. Okay. So in this import procedure, what will be happen? First we will be creating the import PO, purchase order, import purchase order. Okay. So generally, normally in the domestic, what will happen? Domestic PO we are creating, right? First we are creating domestic PO. Then in the domestic PO, what is the next step? It is after PO creation, you are receiving the goods receipt. Then you are paying the invoice. Correct? Then the payment will be happen. This is the normal domestic procedure. But if I go to import pricing procedure, okay, so what will be happen import pricing procedure? Okay, uh, here after you creating the PO, once you got the confirmation from the vendor, he send the goods. So it is there in your border. That means your country border. It is there. You need to pick that that stock and transportation and everything. You need to be pick the stock from the custom department because initially when you receive the stock, Okay, even the vendor is saying that he already dispatched the goods, but it still you are not received, because in the import pricing procedure, what will happen? The initially the stock will be taken care by handover by the custom department. Okay, then department they are clearing the all the dues. Then only they will release the stock.
Okay.
Okay, so in this case, what will happen after import PO you created? You need to be clear the customs clearance. Okay, that means customs invoice you need to be raised and clear the payments and all. Then the customer's clearance it is done, then you'll be receiving the goods. Okay, you'll be receiving the goods. Clear? Then after you receive the goods, again you are creating invoice for the import vendor. Invoice, normal invoice for the vendor. Okay, so then payment. Here also customs invoice clearance and payments here. Clear? So here two invoices will be created. One invoice is the customs vendor and another one is the for the main vendor. That means import vendor. Clear?
Okay.
Okay, so I don't know what question he asked to you, but this is what it is procedure.
Yeah, and he asked me like, how come it will trigger like that? Only he asked which pricing procedure it will trigger, where it will trigger like that. He asked me.
Then
Yeah.
in that case, you must be say that for import there is a separate account group we have created, vendor account group, and domestic we have separate vendor account group. So import vendors, when I'm just planning to create import vendors, we are maintaining the pricing schema for that import vendor. Okay, which is already defined pricing procedure and schema group and assigned at a configuration level. Okay, then it will be replicated. So if you start talking about the pricing procedure, that is the answer.
Yeah, only pricing procedure only. Like he asked in like particular way. Like normally we discuss like domestic only, right? So
Hmm.
he has asked this to like where it will trigger like that. He asked. So I little bit I got confused like that. I'm
Hmm.
not like prepared. Like suddenly he asked question and he said like this is somewhat related to experienced person only. It's okay. I'm trying. That's okay. Fine like that. He asked.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So again, if it is a local tax and import related, again, we are maintaining the excise details and we are maintaining that. That is entirely local tax information.
Mhm.
Okay. But other than that, okay, it depends again what procedure they are following.
Okay.
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 So any other questions they are asked about that?
No, no. Some other like they are not like if hands-on experience only they're ready to ask also. They're not even asking questions actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Sir, in GST, HSN code is not required to anywhere in them.
HSN code it is general we are using for the import control code.
No, sir. For GST, we are using depending on
We are
HSN code.
maintaining for domestic also control code. We can maintain for all the products because the same product we are buying from outside and we are generally import this control code we are maintaining at Metal Master record. Right. Correct.
Sir. Sir, where we are going to, suppose, sir, we are in PO, we are giving a PO to vendor. Vendor give a quotation, we'll raise a PO. So in that, depending on HSN code, we pay a GST there.
Depends on the
HSN code, the GST
okay.
changes.
Okay.
So at the same
So
time,
generally, okay, there is a we have the sin. Okay, so generally we are maintaining that sin master data. Okay, so you can see if I go to J1, okay, if I just go here, When see this, these are all related to or SINVAT and taxes related information. Okay. So if you okay, other than this, also we have some other transaction code. Okay, so general J1 I star and J1 star. These are the we are using for the uh, exchange related information. Okay, so we will be maintaining the exchange master. Okay, or J underscore one I think. Okay, so J underscore. J underscore one. Okay, you can see here. There are exchange. If you can see here, there is a exchange details, additional exchange rate table, exchange related address managements, and exchange related. It's completely seen. Okay, country version India, and now it is calling like GST. Okay, earlier it is like central CIN. Okay, so country wise it is different. So here what we'll maintain, we'll be maintaining that our exchange details and exchange groups and plant related information. Okay, all this information we are maintaining here in these tables. Okay, few tables it is like. Okay, so generally the transaction code will be J1 ID. Just go. So you can see this is J1 ID. So here we are maintaining that material chapter ID. This is chapter ID. Okay, material and chapter ID combination they are maintaining, material accessible value they are maintaining. Okay, so these are the information they are maintaining. So based on here the what you maintain, based on that whether you are able to pay that amount exchange details or not, that will be is the it will become. Okay, is it clear? So here, if you can see that chapter ID is something which SAP, sorry, which government is provided. Chapter ID. This chapter ID, what will happen depends on the type of the material and depends on the type of the product. Okay, it is saying that it is a come to the this category and this product will be coming into this category. That you maintaining on chapter ID. That chapter ID and the material combination you are okay if this is the material is related to this chapter ID and this material is this chapter ID and all. So again that chapter ID after you maintain this chapter ID, you are maintaining that the excise details and other things. Okay, then you are maintaining in the tax code level. Okay, and what you saying that it is country code, that means what you saying that both it is same country, what is the control code and saying, let's see, I'll just show you here. The metal master record, okay, there will be exchange related, just go creation mode. Okay, so if you see that foreign trade, export and import, okay, so if you maintain here, they will be asking about that, which is already maintained. Okay, so you can maintain here country of origin and commodity code, import related code and all. Okay, so here it is maintained that what company code, what is the controlling code and all here. So this is what you are saying that, right? So this is what
for every material there is a type of material. HSN code will be there, sir.
this is what HSN code.
Okay.
This is what HSN code.
Not too much long, sir. It's a 4-digit, 5-digit number, I think.
That is not HSN code we were talking about. So this is actually commodity and employee code number. Okay, so This is generally we called, we will be maintaining for the HSN course and all. But again, again, maybe your procedure might be they are maintaining different maybe. Okay, generally HSN code will be like, okay, either chapter ID or it may be your maintaining company code. And so earlier it is like HSN code have separate field here, but it is not there here. Just go to import. I'll just go to display. Yes, go to MM02.
So it means is totally finance team will take care. No? This GST, whatever would be to pay, whatever to come in, whatever would be.
Procedure, if it is import pricing procedure, then I'm happy. If it is local related, then you need to be take care. Okay. Our procedure level we will need to be take care. Generally, okay, because import you are doing the import procedure. Okay, so you must be do this procedure.
Yes, sir. While creating a PO, we'll get a after. In PO, it is clearly mentioned 18% GST will pay.
Where in PO?
In PO, in our POs.
Okay.
So where we are going to determine that to come in the PO?
That is a tax procedure. Okay, that is a tax procedure that will FI people will take care to maintain the taxes and condition records. Okay, again, you must be aware about that, how it will work like. If this is a transaction code FE13, okay, here they will be maintaining the tax condition types. If it is like GST, central GST, and okay, any exchange related, currency sales tax and local tax and country state tax and central taxes, all these things input to GST and SGST and all. You can see that here. Okay, this will condition types again the same way how we are doing pricing procedure. The same way in the finance side they will be do the tax procedure. Okay, so you can see here when I just go to this one, and again the key combinations what it is maintained and the condition tables, again that is again if this tax classification. So at tax classification level, when the country and tax code is there, they are maintaining this CGST value. Okay, so first thing all, they will be creating the tax code, input tax code, output tax code. Suppose I'm just planning to create in the US country. So in this US country, what tax code you are planning to create? Okay, so this will be taken by FIT. Okay, if this is 0% tax code, okay, then they will not maintain any price conditions, and because it is 0, so simply they will create tax code, and that they will be maintaining like 0 tax code, 0 value for the condition. Okay, so this will be taken care by finance team, tax code. But you are talking about that to SIN country version India, that is local tax information. Okay, there what you actually need to do, whether this vendor is related to exchange, because some vendors we don't need to pay exchange, and some vendors we need to pay exchange, and he is the person who have the VAT registered. All this information, right? Those will be like, okay, you can see here. This is the different this country is assigned to this tax procedure in the configuration, FA configuration, and this tax procedure is output tax code, and this output tax code having this type of the condition types. What it is condition type, XP, I1, I, XP2, these are the condition types. Okay. Okay, so here we maintain 0 tax, that's what it is coming 0. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is the tax pricing procedure. Okay, it is either it is import or export, whatever it may be. Okay, import or it is local. Depends on that what procedure they are following and zero tax codes and all it will be. Okay, you can see here financial. If I go to financial accounting, and if I go to general financial accounting again, Then we go to tax and sales here. We can see that the calculation here, tax and here they are creating. Okay, so company code and the country level tax codes, and they are assigning here all this configuration and all they are assigning here. You can see assign the country level calculation procedures. So here they will be assigning that tax procedure. Again, the tax procedure how they are defining and all. It is a you can see that how we did the pricing procedure. The same way here also they are creating that their own tax procedure. Depends on the what client is using. For Brazil is different tax. India is different and different it is there. You can see this is the IN tax IN and tax INJ. So different tax procedures it is there. You can see here service tax and BD basic excise duty, additional excise duties, secondary education cess. Okay, education cess. All this will be maintained. Clear? So these are the condition type. These condition types level you are maintaining the your condition records, financial condition records. But that is a tax condition records. Clear? Is it clear? Still have the confusion.
Yes, sir,
No.
little bit I understand.
So it is completely entirely separate topic. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yes.
Entirely separate topic, which is like okay, financial team have will be taking care about that what tax projects, because these tax projects they are using sales, they are using in the material management, they are using for the services. So many where they are using. So the tax procedures and all finance people will define, and this condition the same it is like how we are doing general pricing procedure. We are maintaining the condition table, we are maintaining the condition record, we are maintaining the pricing procedure like that. Here also the same here. Every country have the here we are maintaining at the country level. Okay, each country we are assigning the tax procedure.
Yes,
Depends
sir.
on the
Yes,
what condition type.
yes, sir.
Okay,
I understand.
the procedure will be the same. Okay,
Well, yes, sir.
so this pricing procedure how it will picking in the PO when you are assigning that any tax code. Any tax code if you assign in the PO level, if suppose I'm just going to that, okay, let's see if any tax code which is assigned here. Okay, let's say I'm just assigning some other tax code. So once it is entered this tax procedure, so what will be happened is the taxes button will come. Okay, so if it is maintained properly, the tax procedures and everything. So let's see what tax code it is there. Okay, so if I just go to 0I, let's see. Okay, if I just maintain a 0I, let's see. New step. Just click on this file. Okay, so this tax procedure which is coming here. Okay, so how it is coming this tax procedure? Tax T again. This Germany, okay, country, it is assigned this tax procedure. Okay, again whether this is the country or it is different country again depends on your configuration again. Whether a company code having the which country. Okay, that information based on that it will be. So these taxes will come based on the tax code. That tax code will be created by financial team in the FTXP. In the FTXP. In the FTXP, what they will do? They are maintaining that. Okay, this is the what is it? Okay, what is the my country? It is suppose the okay. Then 0. What is the tax procedure? It is 0. I asked 0 1 0 I something. Okay, so 0I. Okay, so if you can see here 0I. If I enter the 0I inside the tax code, okay, which is 0i. If I just go to inside, this tax the pricing pressure which is coming. Okay, so what is that actually? The input tax code VST, that is the MWVS, is maintained as a 0. Okay, so the base amount is the base amount, which is the pricing, the material cost and all, what is the impacted price. And on that, you are calculating 5% input tax code and 10% input tax code. That is again, it will be coming based on the your tax code, what you assigned here. Okay, if I just maintain some other tax code, then it will become different values. Okay, so if I go to this one, you can see that here the base PASP is the value, the PO value, and input tax code is 0. So this 0, how it is coming? You are maintaining 0 here. Okay, so this value which is coming, and sometime what happen? They are maintaining that condition records. FV13. How we are maintaining for the PBW0 condition record? They are the same way in the tax level. They are maintaining FV13, FV11, FV13. Okay. So here what they will do, MWVS. Okay, let's go to MWVS. How much they are maintaining? Okay, so what is the country? DE. Okay, DE, and what is the tax code? It is 0I. Then I'll be executing this one. Okay, so you can maintain here what it is like, what the tax code it is, and okay, and what is the amount tax value and what tax code it is like. You can maintain that. Clear? So it is already maintained this condition. Let's see. Let's go back. Go to key combination and enter. And let's see if it is maintained already. Okay, I'll go to display. 0i. So it is already maintained 0 tax code here. You can see that 0 tax code. That's why it is coming here 0. This input tax code. Okay, clear?
Sorry.
So this is the way the tax codes and tax pricing procedure will be calculated. So it is the same. Almost the pricing procedure, MM pricing procedure and tax procedure, the steps and everything, it will be the same. Only here we are maintaining at tax code level. The conditions we are maintaining at tax code level. Okay. If I just go with some other tax code, okay, which we have, maybe if I can see what we have other tax code. Okay, we don't have. Okay, here let's go. Okay. Okay, if I just go with the input tax for 10%, which is like 1i. Then the condition record, if they are maintained properly and all, this it will be calculated 10%. This 10% is calculated. This is the amount. So 1170 is the our tax value. Okay, clear? Is it clear?
Yes,
Any questions here? So this is what it will be work in local tax information, local tax procedure. Okay, so it is a little bit complicated procedure, but okay, you can easily understand, because at what level you want to be understand, that is fine, because you just need to be maintained exchange details and other information. Again, everywhere you need to be maintained that every vendor have the exchange information, exchange master data, tax information, all these things you have to maintain. Clear?
yes, sir.
So this is a local pricing model. Any other questions?
Sir, in intro point of view, sir, you said that now panel will be there. Sir, how many members will be there, sir? At least I don't know about IT industry.
Okay, again it depends. Okay.
No, generally, project manager will be there, sir. 3-4 people.
So how many people, instead of that, how many people? you can see that how many rounds it will be happen. Okay, I think your question was how many rounds it is, or how many people they are sitting. What is that question?
How many people are sitting? Means
How many?
people
No,
means how means from a project manager like that
that's
team
for
lead.
this. See, it is not like movie. Okay, so in the movie they are sitting three people and they are asking questions on that. It's not like that. So what will be happen? Okay, the single person first he will come single person, and he will be taking the interview. If he is satisfied, then he will be calling someone. Okay, and he will ask that he will ask you can continue what their questions. So that is one technique. Okay, general what will happen, one panel first, then after some time some other panel will add on, and he started. Maybe that person is the project manager because you performed very well, so he also need to be clear the project and she is just joining into the in middle of the call. Okay, that is one thing. The second thing is there will be two people will join at a time. Okay, maybe both are in the same level, like for grade 5, grade 6, like senior consultant. So both they want to start to ask the question. Okay, so one person will ask first initially, then he will say that okay, my questions are completed. Then I just passing to some other person. This person will ask some question. Okay, it again decision on the both. Okay, whether they are okay with your profile, then okay, after discussing they will be decided. So it's again company to company, panel to panel, and depends on that. That will be one or two people will be there. And coming to rounds, the first will be the technical round generally. And if you are perfect and the technical round, then sometimes it will be happen directly project manager round. If it is sometimes they need to do one more evaluation, then they might be having a second technical round. Okay, they might be having a 2 rounds or 3 rounds. Clear?
Here, client interview is mandatory, sir, in SAP related projects.
That is also question mark only. That is also again depends on the your role. See, something what will happen. There is the two types of the interviews. One is client specific interviews. Second one is general interview. Okay, client specific interview is nothing but like it is the especially it is the plan for this client. So the client is needs to be accept that he is the good, then only they will ready to take up. Okay, and some other again what will be happen other way. Okay, general recruitment like they want staff in the company. They are not decided that which project they want to be put it you, but they are just to okay, first they will do the first round and project manager round, and they'll start onboarding. Then after onboarding that, they will check that what projects they have and which project it will be suitable for you, and they will be decided. So I'm not to say that it is mandatory. I'm not saying that it is not mandatory. Okay? Depends again. Oh,
Sir, one more thing. I
uh,
want to keep a 4 years experience,
mhm.
3 to 4 experience. So, what minimum I need to have a knowledge and I mean what type of need to
Uh,
to
hey,
do
uh,
work, but not in interview, sir.
uh,
In a workplace, what type of knowledge need to have, sir? How much knowledge for the 4 years experience people?
so here depends on your profile. Okay, in the profile, what you mentioned here. Okay, if you mention that implementation, okay, you just completed one implementation project and you are saying that, okay, I did one implementation to support project, then they will start working, asking the questions in the implementation level because comparing to support, implementation is very important to them because that will be a very high level uh, kind of a project. So they will start asking the implementation guides. Okay, again implementation when they started implementation level again the procedure will be different. Okay, and if you completely mention that support projects, sometimes the panel will lose the interest about. Okay, you just work on the support only. Okay, we are just looking into that person who is the at least one implementation he worked on that and something. So in that case again, that is also negative point. Okay, so if you mention implementation also, you must be aware about that entire process. If you not mention, then they are considering, okay, if it depends on the project requirement, if it is related to support project, then it's okay. We have the requirement in the support, then they will start asking on the support level model. But if it is implementation and enhancement related, then they will start working, asking the questions at the technical level.
No, sir. I'm asking about the workplace. After selecting the selection criteria, complete after completion of selection criteria, if I sitting on the system in the project, what type of knowledge I need to have, sir? Minimum knowledge for 4 years experience candidate.
Okay, that's for again depends on the project. What project is assigned to you? It is assigned to you project related support.
No, sir. As per our experience, you might face many people of 4 years people
so
in our
one
career.
thing I'll tell you. Okay, when I joined to SAP, okay, so I got directly requirement in the implementation. So they just started putting into the implementation project, and there you just need to be started working on the implementation project. Okay, so what I can say, what knowledge I should have. Okay, I must be aware about that. What procedure they will be following in the implementation, how their documentation they are preparing, whether the documentation how they need to be filled up, and what is the business process they are following, and whether the business blueprint is completed, whether it is signed off, whether it is what stage level it is there, the implementation project. It is just started or it is already in the middle of that. Everything that basic thing you need to be understand first. If it is a support project, then what you need to understand, okay, so generally what kind of tickets you are getting, and what kind of the levels like P1, P2, P3 tickets, how you are getting, and what ticketing tool they are using, and where I need to take the approvals, where I can get the SAP credentials, where I can get the server details, where I can get my laptops, all this information.
You are not exactly not saying what I am asking.
No, you're asking that after entering into the
after entering, sir. Okay, sir. But no, sir. In your not by your experience, I'm asking, sir. For 4 years candidate.
That's what. That's what. Okay, it depends on the what kind of project it is allotted to you. So what kind of a project it is allotted to you. Because I cannot say that strictly that because this is the very important that these are the things you need to be understand. That's not correct, right?
Sir, while I'm practicing release strategy, pricing procedure, whatever I'm practicing here, but while in a real project, there will be so much difference, I think so.
There is no difference. Who told?
No difference. Okay, sir. Okay.
There is no difference here. Okay, mostly it will be the same. So here you are doing one release strategy, but there maybe you have the 100 release strategies.
Okay, sir. In project 100 release strategies, sir.
Maybe they have the 100 release strategies. Consumables is there, services are there. Okay, well, then import it is there, domestic it is there. Then they have the okay other procedures also they have, and they have the 1 lakh below, 1 lakh above, 1 lakh to 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs to 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs to 50 lakhs. So maybe there are so many it is there. Again, multiple company codes, multiple plants, multiple branches, then they have the different release strategies. They might be have, right?
Sir, in my company scenario, I'm asking, sir. Sir, in our company, purchasing group person release the PO. Purchasing group people person will release A1. In that plant FCNA will release A2. A3 will release by plant head of that same plant.
Okay.
And A4 will release by central person.
Okay.
Like that, we are having more than 100 plants, sir, in the same scenario. 100 plants are there. So we need to create 100 release strategies, sir. we having 100 plants.
No, it depends. Okay, see, generally how it will be happen if you have the workflow. Okay, you are
Okay.
maintaining each plant level. Okay, the plant level you are assigning that who is the respective person. Okay, even
sir.
you are mentioning that level 1, level 2, level 3. Maybe when it is different plants, again the level will be different person.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Sir, here strategy is same, sir, but persons will change. In this person,
So
my
you don't need to be maintaining strategies, different strategies.
okay, persons will change, sir. Means
You can do that. No problem. You can do that. You can assign your users. Okay, whoever their mail IDs or workflow level, you can mention that.
okay.
So
Sir,
that is what, right? If you can see here, if you go to that SPRO workflow configuration, did you see that workflow configuration?
no, sir, not yet.
So if you see that workflow configuration, if I just go to release strategy, okay, so what will be happen generally, I will be maintaining that my workflow here. Okay, so here you're maintaining that group and code and organization, right? Okay, so if you do for the enhancement, okay, if you do for the enhancement, you can write that, okay, I just need to be justified that the person are different and other thing. So in that case, you can go with the same strategies, but the roles will be assigned to the different persons. Okay, so you can just go to here. See here, plant also will be there. Your purchase requisition. So this plant, the same member, the person is different, and this person is different here. You must be here. It is a different. Okay, this is identity. So this plant is different, and this plant is different. But the code is same, right?
Yes, sir.
Got a point? This is what you are asking.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Release strategy is same, sir, but persons will change.
Here also strategy is same, right? Group and the code it is same.
Okay,
Even
okay,
strategy
sir.
also same. The code plant level, the persons are different.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is what we can do that. Any other than? It's already 10:30. Okay. Any other questions?